Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. It seems kind of sad to just have the one hey instead of on both sides. My husband calls them spirit fingers. He's like, are you gonna do your spirit fingers again? I'm like, don't kill my vibe. But anyway, I'll get into this, you guys, you'll see. But today we're going to jump into a get ready with me. We are going to play in some new makeup. We're gonna talk and we're just gonna have some fun. I have nothing to do today. Absolutely nothing. This is like the first time for me. I was supposed to go to the eye doctor, then this happened, and I was like, you know what? No, not going. Not doing it. So, anywho, if you want to see how I created this look, what products I used, and what's new and fun, just keep watching. Usually I skip the primers, I have them already on, and then I do my makeup, and I show you guys all that. But today I'm going to go through everything minus the brows. So this is the Sisley primer I keep talking about. This is the double Tenseur. And in case anybody's wondering, okay, Mel, what is around your neck? I'm accident prone. My joints hate me. I'm double jointed everywhere. I wonder if I can get this on camera. Let's see. We'll cut it out if I can't do it. But my elbows, everything is double jointed. Look how red I get when I do this. Can you see? Like, I'm double jointed everywhere. And yeah, so I was swimming. I was kind of pushing more with my hands than normal because I can't really do it with my knees. So yeah, I dislocated my shoulder. That day it actually only hurt for like 2 hours, I want to say, and then it stopped. I rode my motorcycle like we were cool, and then I went to work and I like raised up to say hi or bye or something to somebody, and when I came back down, whoo, Lord no. And it's been not okay ever since. So yeah, we're trying to figure out if I just need to rest it and stay in this stupid sling, or if I end up having to have something else. I've had 2 surgeries on this in the past, so meh. But like I can raise up my hands and keep here. I just can't like move my shoulder this way. So like I can go like this, like flap my arm around, but I can't move my shoulder. It does not feel good. Okay, anyway, I knew you guys were gonna wonder about that. So I've got the primer on, and now I'm gonna do the Skin Refine Zone from MAC. I need to like, I'm almost out of this. That is not supposed to go there. I've also been really struggling with my skin. There's a lot of times where you guys are like, why don't you do a full face tutorial? Oh my God, I did not want to be on camera with how my skin was looking. And I was breaking out a lot right here, and there was no reasons for it. Everything that you would think it could possibly be, phone, sleeping, pillowcase, everything. Changed my skincare, took everything out, went completely basic, like nothing helped. And now I am on antibiotics for it, so oh my God, everything's going away. I've got like a few little red spots from where I had some problems, but oh, so happy about this. It's some kind of tetracycline, something, I don't know, but oh my God, I love it. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the Forever foundation from Dior. There's a few things from Dior in here today, but I've been asked about this foundation. I have been using it. I was using the shade 10 right here, and now I have to also mix in the shade 21 because I am getting darker. My face does not match my body. Like, do you guys see this situation here? This happens every summer. So I'm mixing these two, and I'm gonna pop it on with my favorite sponge ever. And I have heard a lot of people saying, you know, hey, does that sponge tear on you? And yes, it 100% does. But the thing is, even when it has like the little tears in it, it still works really well for me. And then the texture of this sponge, I love it so much that if I have to buy it twice as much as I do the beauty blender, it's like whatever, because it's half the price, less than half the price. So I'm okay with it. I love this sponge so much. This is so weird. Oh my God. It's like I'm doing the opposite hand challenge or something. Whenever I do my eyeshadow, I'm gonna have to like be real like this with my right hand, because we're not trying that with my left. But I'm just gonna pop this all over. You can see it evens out the skin. And it's just, oh, it smells so good. If you don't like fragrance though, you're not gonna like it. I do suggest you going to get matched in this foundation because it does oxidize very strangely, and the reason for that, from what I've been told, like I talked to the AEs and people that work for Dior. I do this with a lot of different companies so that I can get accurate information on things, and it's because it's a smart makeup, so it's designed to hydrate where it's supposed to and mattify or control oil where it needs to, so it oxidizes very differently. This shade 10 worked for me when I was in NC 20. It is slightly more pink, but it did work for me. The 21 is definitely more yellow, so it really works to mix these for right now. Okay, now this is going to surprise you guys because I have not been on this bandwagon at all, and nothing against the concealer, I just haven't been using it. I have actually been loving the Tarte Shape Tape. I know you guys have heard it 1,000 times, but not really on my channel. The first time I tried this, I used a lighter shade. I was a lot lighter then. But I was at Ulta and I was like, I want to give this another shot, but obviously I need a darker shade. I really don't even use a highlighty shade anymore. Well, this is a pain in the butt to get out when you only have one arm. So I picked up the shade Light Neutral. I was like, I'm going to give it another little whirl. And I don't know if there's something different about like the formula in the lighter shades versus like this one, which, you know, isn't really dark, but it's darker than what I had like at the fair one. And the other one was slightly more hydrating and my pores didn't love it. Like it looked good, but my pores got kind of funky quicker with it. And this one doesn't do it. So I don't know if my skin is different or possibly there's a difference in the color, or maybe just the lighter shade that I was using emphasized things more. I don't know. But I've really been liking this in the fair neutral. Now I'm going to use my good old diffused light from Hourglass to set that and down the center of my face. Watch me have one of my best days doing my makeup with my left hand. You know, like the one day you're in a rush and you have an amazing makeup day and you're like, you know what, when I try it doesn't work out. Watch, I'll have an amazing makeup day because I did it with my left hand. All right, so here's when things are gonna get a little interesting. So I have been told this, I was told this a long time ago. For some reason, I didn't buy this powder. There was a review or something that was like, I don't want it. But Brianna talked about this recently, Brianna Stanko, I don't know how to say her name, I'm sorry. And then people were leaving me messages down below like, hello, have you tried this? Did you see her video? So obviously I went ahead and I bought it because she says it is a comparable dupe for the old La Mer powder, which is my absolute favorite powder of all time. This is the Bio Brightener Invisible Powder from Well People. This is supposed to have good ingredients in it and all that stuff. Basically, all I want to know is it anything like my La Mer? I'll tell you color-wise, absolutely not. Get out. Whew, I just got it all up in here. Oops. So it is white, and the old La Mer is, let me get it, is more of like that peachy tone. Yellow, I guess, peachy yellow. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to put this all over the side of my face. I don't just set like underneath my eyes or anything like a lot of people do with La Mer. I use La Mer to set my entire face. So I might do a side-by-side. I might not. I haven't decided yet. You know, I'm just kind of going with it. The need to clean this brush is real. This is the MAC 140S, and I'm going to use this to pop this on. I am going to make such a big mess. And oh Lord, oh God. I feel like I'm gonna mess up my makeup. I do this. I pat it all over the sides of my face, and then I kind of go wipe it off, kind of like I'm baking, but not like, let me get some of this excess off. That's too much. Oh my God, I've got powder everywhere. Oh, there we go. And then I don't know, I feel like that lightened my foundation a little bit. Let's see here. This is so strange. Oh my God. I feel like I'm like attacking my face with this powder brush. I mean, good thing it's soft. I have now got powder all over me, my little sling, everything. But yeah, I get this. Well, I guess I should do my other side of my face first. Let me look at this close up. Okay, this side definitely looks good. It's soft, but I don't feel like this is a dupe, so sometimes you're not always sure until you see side by side. So I am gonna put the old La Mer, which is almost irrelevant because you can't even get it anymore. I feel like I should be putting it up against the new La Mer, but we're gonna see just so we can see. Okay, I don't know how it looks on camera, but I will say, like, this does look good, but I'm not gonna call it a dupe for the old La Mer. This side looks slightly smoother and slightly more radiant. I feel like this one has more radiance to it. I don't know if you guys can see on camera. There's not a huge difference, but it's something I would notice. Like, I don't think I would fall in love with this powder if, like, I randomly found it like I did the La Mer. And for price, I think this was like 20-something dollars, and there is 6 grams, and in the old La Mer, not the new, because the new is, it's pricey for how much is in there. The old La Mer had 25 grams for $65, so like, no. So in my opinion, not a dupe, but it is a good powder, and if you're worried about like ingredients and stuff, that one's gonna be better. Now I'm gonna use a new bronzer from Nars. I don't know what I'm trying to say today. So this, it's not new to me. I've been using this at work all the time. I finally got it at my own house, and I've been using it, and it still has this cute little design in there. No, this is not Laguna. This is Seaside. Yeah, Seaside. This is a new formula. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to use my MAC 135. Yeah, I still got it. MAC 135. Like, I'm gonna need to use my arm for this one and just kind of wiggle, wiggle a little bit. Like holding my elbow and doing my bronzer. All right, now I'm going to use this palette from e.l.f. I have heard such great things about this palette, so I want to try it. This is the blush palette. Is there a shade? Light, shade light. This color down here is just speaking to me, so I'm gonna grab it and attempt to put this on with my good arm. That's a gorgeous color. I do want to say that I noticed that my blush was going on better on the side with La Mer than it was with the Bio Brightener Well People. Still good, but just something to note that I did notice that my blush was not, it wasn't going on as well as it did on this side, not as smooth. All right, I have 2 highlighters I'm going to use, and this one right here is from Ofra. Been talked about like all the time. This is Rodeo Drive. I got this in my BoxyCharm, and I've only used it once. I will say, like, hold on. Swatch is gorgeous, but I'm not sure if it looks dry. Wasn't sure if I was having a dry day that day or not. And I'm also going to use the Melt one because this is like its last attempt. I don't know. It looks good on my hand. We'll see. We'll see if this looks dry on me because I haven't had the best luck with it. So I'm going to put them both on and we're going to check it out. Ugh, scoot up to my hand. All right, this side is going to be Rodeo Drive. I just think it looks a little chunky. The color is gorgeous, but it looks almost dry. I don't know. It looks almost dry on me. It's not my favorite. Okay, let's go in with the Melt. The shade Stargazer. This is so awkward. So Stargazer looks better than Rodeo Drive to me. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but both of them not in love with. And you probably cannot tell on camera at all, but they just add like a little bit of texture to my skin. And my skin is good right now. Like, I don't want the texture. So I'm going to smooth this out. I'm going to I feel like I have to put a little highlighter down my nose. I'm going to use the Melt one. And lip. Then I'm going to use my Sisley powder to buff all that out. I've got powder everywhere. Alright, for eyes I have 2 new eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to be honest, I want a couple more. These are from Dior. The first one is called 627 Embrace. Oh my god, I love this one so much. I've been wearing it quite a bit. This is what it looks like here. It's all matte. It's another warm tone palette, but I don't care because I love it. But I'm not going to use this one today because it's been warm tone non-stop lately. So I'm going to use this one. This one is 247 Undress. So a little bit more of like that pinky, nude, something. I will tell you the only shade that I don't love, oh, that didn't feel good, is this shade right here. It's just not as pigmented as the rest. This is not all matte. The center one is matte and the other ones have a slight sheen to it. This one just doesn't have that much pigmentation, but the rest of them do. So I'm going to use this palette on my eyes today. Tom Ford number 13, and I'm going to kind of start on the lid and then buffing it up into the crease. I'm not going to be real specific with this. I just want to have like a smoky, soft smoky eye. You know, like, I feel like this is like my signature look. You can see how nicely that's blending out. This is a new formula for Dior, so I really like it. I'm also going to take that same shade on the lower lash line with a Nars contour brush. Chanel number 20 and the bottom right hand shade. I'm going to wash this all over the lid and then bring the excess up into the crease. Do you see this pigmentation though? Do you see it? Back in with the Tom Ford number 13 no excess product and just blending out the edges of that last shade. Again, same shade on the lower lash line with the Nars contour. It's like a lived-in smoky eye. MAC 283 in the top right shade. This is the lightest shade in the palette. It has a little bit of a sheen to it. I'm going to put it at my brow arch and to help brighten the inner corner. Alright, now MAC has a new mascara out, and this has to be like the coolest packaging I've ever seen in my entire life for a mascara. This is what it looks like. It's silver. The writing on here is, you can feel it, and it's velvet, and it's so cool. And this is the Bold and Bad Lash. It's amazing. So I haven't tried it. It's amazing to look at is what I'm saying. But it has two different chambers in here. This one right here, the inside is for this brush, which is meant for your top lashes, which volumizes and all that jazz. And then at the bottom, this is so awkward. I'm used to like just having it right in front of you. I'm sorry, guys. And this is the top one, which is for the bottom lashes. This is such a tiny little brush. And the well for this is in the brush for the top lashes, which is so cool. And this one is supposed to be smudge proof and everything else. There's two different formulas for this. So unlike the Hot and Naughty, the Hot and Naughty was one well, the brush just had something to get the excess off. It was the same brush. This is two different brushes, two different formulas. It only comes in black. So I'm going to get really close and use it, and then I'll tell you guys my thoughts. This is so awkward, I swear. All right, I'm doing the top mascara first, and I'm not using a primer even though I normally would. I want to see how the mascara does on its own. I'm going to be layering it, so I'm going to go from side to side. I'll probably cut some of that out so you guys don't have to watch me putting on mascara for 10 minutes, but yeah. All right, now for the bottom formula. This brush is everything. So I was able to build on this quite a bit. Not mad at it at all. That lower lash brush is everything. But I'll have to see how it ends up going. I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. And I'm really interested in seeing how it looks with the primer. I think I'm going to love it with the primer. But I just lined my lips using Chanel number 34. And now I'm going to put on one of my new Ride or Dies. This is from Dior, and this is in the shade Incognito number 316, and it's the Dior Addict. No, you guys, I freaking love this so much. So this is what it looks like. It's the perfect nude for me. Love the formula. Even my mom, I wore it when I went to her house. She was like, "What's on your lips?" And she came and bought it. Alright, you guys, that is it for the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you are going to try, what you love, what you're like, you know, I'm not feeling that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!